कौ संतोषयता संतो श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेखं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Hare Krishna. So welcome to today's Bhakti Sandrabha discussions. So yesterday we tried to understand ashraddha, faithlessness or lack of faith. What is the definition? Not having belief in the glories of the Lord due to opposite feelings, even though seeing and hearing about those. So even after hearing and also seeing the glories of the Lord, people, they don't have any faith in those. Faith in the Lord. They don't believe that is the glory of the Lord. Example is Duryodhan. Duryodhan is seeing the universal form of the Lord, but he was not able to put his faith in Lord, where Lord is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we are also hearing from the statement of Saunaka. So Saunaka's faith we are seeing from his statement. Apanna samsritim ghoram yannama vivasho grunan tata sadyo vimuccheta yad bhiveti swayam bhayam. So Saunaka is telling clearly here. So Lord is so powerful. If someone takes his name, so Lord will be relieving him from all the kinds of samsara. Even fear, personification of fear, gets fear from him. This, in the case of Prahlad Maharaj directly experienced, he had the experience of the glories of the Lord, or bhakti, glories of the bhakti. He directly experienced. In the case of Prahlad Maharaj, we are seeing some kind of secondary results. Like example is when elephant is trying to attack on him, when the tusk of the elephant is touching the Prahlad Maharaj, immediately those tusks were smashed. So this is the glory, secondary result. That means there's a secondary result of bhakti. That means such a small boy, and by touching him, the tusks of elephant were smashed or crushed. So how it happened? This is the secondary result of the bhakti. In the normal boy case, if he was touched by the tusks of elephant, his body will be smashed immediately. But in the case of Prahlad Maharaj, it didn't happen, because that is the, what is the difference between normal boy and Prahlad Maharaj? Prahlad Maharaj is devotee. That means that tusks of elephant are smashed. This is happening. This is happening because of what? It is happening because of bhakti. That's why, so this is a secondary result actually. The primary result of bhakti is getting the Krishna prema actually. Heart become pleased in Krishna's service. That is the primary result actually. Getting the love for Krishna. That is the result of the bhakti. But here we are seeing this kind of miracles. So why it is happening like this in the case of Prahlad Maharaj? So we read yesterday, this kind of secondary results will be desired by the pure devotees if they want to demonstrate the glories of the Lord, but not for self-defense or to show their own glory. Okay, you can see my file. This kind of secondary results, sometimes pure devotees they desire. Only happens when, only why they desire? To demonstrate the glories of the Lord, not for self-defense or to show their own glory. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj is saying, for instance, Prahlad Maharaj says as follows: Danta gajanam kushalagra nishtura shirna yadetena balam mamaita mahavipatpata vinashanoyam janardhananusmarananubhavaha. So we are seeing from the words of Prahlad Maharaj, what he is saying, this strength which crushed the elephant's tusks, which are sharp like edges, like edge of an axe, is not mine, but this is the influence of continuous remembering of Lord Janardana, who destroys the great dangers. So what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, the strength whatever is there to crush that elephant tusks, that is not Prahlad Maharaj's own energy, but this is the influence of continuous remembering of Lord Janardana. That means it is a secondary result, some kind of secondary results of bhakti. This kind of secondary result is expected by pure devotees, is desired by the pure devotees only to demonstrate the glories of the bhakti. Sometimes that pure devotees may not desire also that also. Even that is also, that is not desired by Parishit and others. Parishit Maharaj also could have done. That's Takshaka is going to bite him and immediately he could have. So invite the Lord's power so that that poison cannot do anything. Like that he could have done. But he didn't do. Even that means sometimes pure devotees, even they don't want also to manifest secondary results. Like getting relief from the such a Takshaka's poison. Getting life even after being poisoned by the Takshaka. Being bitten by the Takshaka. So that kind of desire he was not having. He can also do that. I want to show the powers of bhakti to the society, and so let me Takshaka bite me, and then I will ask the Lord. Huh? Huh? You all also want to do like that? Then we can do jump from this and building, and now the Lord. No, we should not try actually. It's not good. If we are having the anarthas, then that is not sanctioned. Then that result will not be sanctioned by Bhakti Maharani. Then our legs will be broken if we jump. So that's why we should not do that. That's why, yeah. Parikshit Maharaj, you see, tam mopayat tam pratiyantu vipra Ganga cha devi drita chittamishe dijopasrishta kuhuka takshako va dasha tvalam gayata vishnu gatha. O Brahmanas, please accept me, and also Ganga Devi may accept me. I have surrendered and have fixed my heart in the Lord. Let the snake Takshaka, which is impostor and sent by the Brahmana, bite me. Please sing topics of the law. Many verbs are there. So see how Parikshit Maharaj was reacting. O Brahmanas, please accept me. And also Ganga Devi may accept me. I have surrendered and have fixed my heart in the Lord. Let the snake Takshaka, which is impostor and sent by the Brahmana, bite me. So what he is saying? Takshaka, come and bite me. No problem. He is not stopping. He is not asking Bhakti Maharani to manifest her some miracle. Swarakshanaya. They don't use Bhakti Maharani or the Lord's glories to self-protection or otherwise to show own glory. And sometimes they ask Lord to manifest such a secondary results just to spread the glories of the bhakti, like in the case of Prahlad Maharaj. So Bhakti Maharani also always, yes, she is manifesting her glories in not in a gross way, in a hidden way, and so that people will not take bhakti as so cheap. That is anyway, that just a side point I'm covering here. Next, it's clear till here? Any doubts, questions? No. Next, anuccheda 156. You can see file I sent in group. What is said in this? Atayeva आधुनिकेषु महानुभावलक्षणवत्सु तद्दर्शनेपि न अविश्वासः कर्तव्यः. Atayeva, therefore, even if those calamities are seen in great personalities who are recent, one should not lose faith in the Lord. What it means? Some great personalities, you are seeing some calamities in their life. They are getting disease, or they are getting great problems like Pandavas, even though they are pure devotees of the Lord. But we are seeing they were defeated by the Kauravas in the gambling game. And you'll be seeing, oh, what Krishna did. Even he is not able to protect Pandavas from the cheating of Shakuni, from the cheating of Duryodhan. What is this? Oh, they went for Aranyavasa. Aranyavasa, how many years? 12 years. Huh? 12 plus 1. 12 years and 1 year is Agnatavasa. So like this, they went for they faced such a great difficulties even after being a pure devotees of the Lord. So what is this? What bhakti? What is the role of bhakti then? So by seeing, that means if those calamities are seen in great personalities who are recent, even in the recent people, that means our gurus, even otherwise some kind great sadhus, one should not lose faith in the Lord. Na aviswasaha kartavyaha. One should not lose faith in the Lord. Many times you will be questioned like this. When you preach bhakti, then immediately people will ask like this. What is happening actually? You are all doing devotion, but they will show so many cases. And also they show so many problems in their life. Even after they are really doing devotion and they are really elevated souls. Then, so faith, that's why here, ashraddha, one should not lose his faith. Viswasa abhavaha. In the Lord and in bhakti. Because you are seeing in other cases, directly Bhakti Maharani is doing so many glorious things. So from this, you are seeing also, you hearing also. You might have seen someone's life directly, and also you heard from the Shastra many cases where Bhakti Maharani is doing, even Bhakti Maharani is manifesting the secondary results, effects. So such a things are happening. So you are hearing, but now if you are seeing in the recent people some kind of calamity, then you should not get disturbed by that. You should not. You should not get disturbed by that. Then why it is not happening? Why in these recent people, why you are not seeing the manifestation of those secondary results? That means they are becoming so poor. Even sometimes you'll be seeing, oh, Prabhupada is pure devotee, and we are seeing failure in his business. What is this? And he failed in his business, and he is not able to successfully run one firm. And that means he is also is a normal person. And after that, okay, okay, Lord, some result he got. Otherwise, what? He is also simple, normal. Huh? We get this kind of so questions in our mind. So that's why here, even if those calamities are seen in great personality, sometimes his wife was not hearing his words and not following. And what is this? Huh? What is this? And his wife is not following. And whole world is following. What is this? Why it happened like this? Like this, you'll be seeing so many things. But it's not the case that every time Bhakti Maharani should manifest all the results, all the second results. This kind of condition is not there. Is not there. Bhakti Maharani hides her power so that its demands, bhakti demands the real faith from you. And it will also protect herself from being misunderstood from the ignorant people, foolish people. Otherwise, they start using her for the sake of material results, just to gain material results, like is happening in the case of some other religions. They go to the Lord just to happen miracles. Oh, my dear Lord, so you cure my son's this disease. And after that, they will come back and they say, next week, they will come on the Sunday and tell. So, yes, we didn't use any medicine. We didn't do anything. And everything is cured. It's miracle. This is. Then what happened? The whole society's consciousness is, you can observe practically. Nobody is interested in the love of Godhead. Only interested in asking and gaining, asking, gaining, asking, gaining. This is a business. This is a business actually. This should not happen actually. So this will happen actually. The whole society will be driven towards the in another direction. And also several reasons are there. Also other process should get the place. So then instead of using the karma, they will be using all the time bhakti. If Bhakti Maharani is all the time, she is becoming the servant to manifest the result of karma without the use of karma. That is also secondary result. Then if she is going to do, then people leave the karma, and in the Vedas, karma is said, and that is overridden. Then imbalance in the practicing of sadhanas is also problem will come. Like this, many problems can come. Many problems can come. Understanding bhakti also so cheap. Like this. So that's why by seeing this such a calamities in the recent pure devotees, you should not lose faith. In some cases, kutrachit bhagavad upasana visheshenaiva tadrusham anushangikam phalam udayate. So what is said here? In some cases, That kind of secondary results appear due to the special worship to the Lord. Sometimes that kind of secondary results appear or manifest. Manifest is a good word. Udayate. Appear is good, I think. Manifest. Manifest. Results manifest is good, na? Huh? English. I am editing here itself. Results. Okay, appear, okay. Uh, Mike?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, our main goal is Krishna Prem. Na? So, we saw when a devotee face any calamities or disease, that time why we all devotee in every temple pray for him, why disturb Bhakti Devi, why more chanting for him.
Yeah. Because so anyway, your question answer is just coming in the next anuccheda. That I will wait for that. It is coming in the 159 anuccheda. It is going to be clear there itself. You can understand even more detailedly if I cover in this repetition of the class only. Okay, it is coming. Your question is noted. Sometimes what we are seeing, that kind of secondary results appear due to the special worship to the Lord. For example, Yadekapadena sapardivarbhakas tastau tadanguštani piditamahi nanama tatrardamibhendra disthita tariva sevye tarata pade pade. When the prince Dhruva stood on one leg, then the earth being pressed by his big toe bowed by half, just as a boat which is lodged by an elephant totters left and right in every step. Dhruva Maharaj, so in the final, actually, in his 6 months of sadhana, in the final month, so he started standing on the one leg and also that on the toe, not on the complete leg also. Complete foot he was not using. And just on the toe he was standing. Uh, then what happened? At the time when he stood on one leg, that too on the big toe, so then the earth is completely is pressed. Nishpidita. Nishpidita means she is Nipidita, sorry. Nipidita means she is pressed. Pressed, and so what happened? If you press ball with the one point, then what will happen? It will become half. If you take a ball and if you try to press this, then you come like this, two sides, two like that. Arti is being pressed by the toe of the Dromara, so she became two, and that means she's like bowing or paying obeisances. It's appearing like paying obeisances to him. Like example is given, just a bow on a boat. If an elephant is standing, such a big ferocious elephant on a boat, then sometimes boat is bending to right side and bending to left side, right side, left side. that boat is doing the one-way obeisances, paying obeisances to elephant. Like that it looks. It's the same way earth is also doing. So here what happened? Just by this kind of worship, so such a result is manifesting. Whole earth is being pressed and becoming two halves. Two halves. So this happened because of what? The worship is like that. That means what I said, that is a statement. Kutrachit bhagavad upasana visheshenaiva tadrusham anushangikam phalam udayate. That means in some cases that kind of secondary results appear due to the special worship to the Lord. So Dromara did such a different kind of worship. This is, that means standing on the toe and this. So doing the samadhi, he went into the samadhi. That means here next line it is explained. Atra sarvatmakataiva Vishnu samadhina tadruk phalam uditam. Why this kind of result manifested here in this kind in the Dromara's worship? In this Dromara's worship, why this kind of result manifested? Because okay, this kind of result arose due to samadhi on Vishnu in the form of super soul of everything. How he worshipped Vishnu? He worshipped Vishnu as Sarvatmakataiva. That means he is the Atma for everyone. In that way he worshipped. In that form he worshipped. Okay? That kind of. So that's why what happened? When he worshipped like that kind of worship he did, then he became so heavy to the earth because Lord is presenting in his heart. Yes, Paramatma. And he is worshipping this Paramatma as what? As the Atma, as the super soul of everything. In that way he worshipped. Then that means then that Paramatma is being present in the heart. Then that means all the universe's weight came onto the earth. You're understanding? And that's why earth became two. So that is actually here. That worship is like that. Tatra sarvatmakataiva Vishnu samadhina tadruk phalam uditam. Etadrishya upasana cha asya bhavi jyotirmandalatmaka vishwachalana pada upayogitayaiva udita iti gneyam. We should know that here, this such a worship, we should know that. I should add this. We should know. It should be known that it should be known that such worship arose to become useful for his post to control the universe, which is in the form of luminary circles in the future. Understanding? No. Luminary circle. Universe in the form of luminary circles. That means, yeah, nakshatra mandal actually. Total universe you can take it as is comprised of the various stars. Luminaries means different stars and different kinds of the planets and so on. So all. So that whole universe is revolving actually. Is revolving around this Dhruvatara. This is a central pole. It's a pole star. There is a one pole star. And on keeping that as a center, and whole universe is moving. What kind of universe? Physical universe is not moving, but universe in the form of luminary circles. That means all nakshatras, all the rasis, they are all revolving actually. Okay, but Earth is not moving. Anyway, you should understand. On top of Earth, everything is whatever is there. So that is moving. We will study in the fifth canto, cosmology there. So that means universe in the form of luminary circles. So what? It's revolving around the center pole, and he is sitting in that pole star. So Dhruva Maharaj is sitting in that pole star, and he's holding that post to control the whole universe, which is in the form of luminary circles. Okay, what is said here? Jyotir mandalatmaka vishwa chalana pada. Pada means post. So he's sitting there in that, and he is controlling this. So Dhruva Tara, Dhruva actually, pole star. He's sitting and he's controlling the entire universe. So in future, so for that post, this worship became whatever activity should be done in by that post. So for that post, this worship became useful actually. This kind of worship. It should be known that such worship arose. Why that kind of worship Dhruva Maharaj did? That means standing on a toe on this, because in future he needs some kind of skill, balancing skill of the entire universe. You're understanding? He is standing on a toe and balancing everything, and everything is inside. That means he's meditating such a way. That means that means Paramatma being pervased or being pervased in all the elements. In such a way he is meditating. Because we don't have many details here, just to try to get the feel of this actually. Because this is a yoga process. So this kind of worship, how it is going to be useful for that kind of post in future, whatever he is going to get, it is having the inner many details. It's this kind of siddhis or this kind of expert skill they gain because of that worship. So that details you'll be studying in the future Yoga Sutras. Okay, now don't get worried so much in inner details. How he is doing this, standing on a toe, on one leg on toe, and so gaining such a kind of balance, and where he is seeing the Lord as the is Lord who is a Lord, seeing the Lord in the form of super soul of everything, and that kind of meditation is doing. So through this kind of consciousness, this kind of worship, behind this worship, this kind of consciousness is going to help him in future to control the whole universe. Okay, making sense or not? Yes. In next life, if we study here, when you study Yoga Sutras, you will get. I don't know when you will get. Okay, Mataji, yes.
Prabhuji, so Dhruva Maharaj knowingly, willingly followed this procedure because in future he was going to become.
Yeah, it's Lord's will. Lord's will. He was inspired like that.
Okay. So he knew that that was going to happen.
Yeah, and he knew means, yeah, it's going to happen means Lord's something we are getting the chait from the inspiration from Chaitya Guru also. Yeah. So that means here one principles actually. From the Bhakti Sandarbha, you should note down all the principles and examples. What is the principle we learned here today? Can anyone summarize what principle you learned? Sarveshwar Shyamsundar Prabhu, use your understanding and tell. What is the principle?
In some pure devotees of the Lord also there will be some calamities, Prabhu.
Yes.
But it's not in all cases, but because in some cases of some Dhruva, like Dhruva Maharaj, they will get some special powers.
In pure no, you are not complete the sentence. We see calamities, sometimes calamities even in the life of pure devotees in recent time. Okay. By seeing those, we should not lose
faith in the Lord.
This point is, this is the one principle actually. So yeah. So yeah, next, because why we are emphasizing this, because you are studying glories of the Bhakti Maharani, so many. One time chanting holy name, and he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's going to do this, and it is destroying all the anarthas, it is destroying all the sins, and it is destroying the sin from the Kuta, Bija. And what you are seeing practically in the pure devotee's life also some calamities. Then what? Your balance will be lost. You will be losing your balance. How? In the Shastra it is said this, and it is happening like this. How it is? Then you will be thinking that maybe these are all exaggeration. All these. Because our eyes are the proof. Pratyaksha Pramana is the proof. I am seeing the calamities in the life of the people, pure devotees, who are really serious and austere. And is then gone. When you think that glories of the bhakti are exaggeration, gone, Gaya Kamse. Then you are committing offense, and that person will be sent to hell. He will be sent to the hell. Even he does bhakti, but he will be sent to hell. Then in that case, Yamaraja's statement, Jihvana Vakti, that statement will be failed. That means he was saying that, oh my dear servants, don't bring that person whose tongue is chanting the holy name. He said that, but now that will not work. Yes. This is a science actually. This is the principles of the bhakti. That's why many people, they don't know this, and newly they are coming, and after that they are leaving the bhakti. This is the reason actually. It happens many times. People stuck here only actually. Many people, they enter into the bhakti, and after that, so they see this kind of irregularities. They feel irregularities, and immediately they are thinking that, oh, maybe this. I think. But what next? There's one point that even if we see some calamities in the pure devotees life, we should not lose faith in Lord. Is one thing. And when the second results of the bhakti are manifesting, what are the possibilities? Tell me, anyone who raised the hand. Who will? Yes, Mataji, tell.
Prabhuji, when there is special worship, then it can manifest. Secondary results can manifest.
And also?
And also when the pure devotee desires to manifest the glory of the Supreme Lord, then also it can manifest. Yeah.
That means in these conditions they are manifesting, means in other conditions they don't manifest that much easy. Or otherwise, sometimes Bhakti Maharani herself thinks that I have to show my glory, then also it will manifest. Like in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, he is going to the spiritual abode with his own body, which is transformed, and there is no living of any material body, because bhakti transforms, really, literally it transforms even any so material which is out of three modes, that is also transformed into spiritual, actually spirit. But we are seeing in the nectar of instruction, you'll be studying that you should not consider the body of the Vaishnavas, gurus, as ordinary, as materialistic. Like you should not consider by seeing the foam in the Ganges. So you should not consider the Ganges water is impure. Similarly, you should not consider so Guru's body or the Vaishnava's body as materialistic, material, as matter, as lump of matter. It is completely transcendental. But you will be asking, Prabhuji, but I am seeing he also got disease. So that's why Bhakti Maharani is transformed already, but that showing that that spirit, the changed form, that she is not showing that to us. That's all. That is secondary result that she is not doing. So it doesn't mean that the bhakti is inferior or you should not lose the faith in the instruction. That instruction or otherwise, you should not lose faith in the guru or in the bhakti. Understand? Okay, go to the next anuccheda. $157. I didn't translate. I was not had time. I didn't have time actually. I am really packed up completely. Teaching Bhakti Vedanta, this, that. I tried and I did this too, 55, 56. Takes a lot of time actually, every anuccheda. Putting in English. What I will do, some anuccheda, so if this 157 is over and I may not provide material, I will translate tomorrow's. That means 158 I have to start, then I will translate that and you. That means in between. So 1, 2 anuccheda missing and we'll be getting notes for 2 and like that, 1, 2 missing and getting. It will happen. Sorry actually. And in this vacation I try some extent. Atha Bhagavanishta Chavaka Vastwantra Abhiniveshaha. Atha means we are beginning. Beginning what? The third result of anarthas. What is that? Bhagavan Nishtha Chavaka Vastwanta Abhiniveshaha. What it mean? Bhagavan Nishtha. That means steadiness in Lord. Chavaka. That means so destroying that steadiness. What is that? Vastvantara Abhiniveshaha. That means absorbing in material objects. Because of absorption in the material objects, the steadiness in Lord is disturbed or is destroyed. So that is the third result of the offenses. That means this kind of effect you will be seeing. Ashraddha is over. We discussed enough. So now Bhagavan Nishta Chavak Vastwantra Abhiniveshaha. We are going to see this. Bhagavan Nishta Chavak. That means what happens in this? You will be doing bhakti very nicely. All of a sudden, getting attraction towards some material object and leaving that means the steadiness, whatever you were having, you were having, that will be gone. That nishta, that steadiness is out, is finished. Sometimes doing, sometimes not doing, like that. Why it happens? Because of previously. If this happened, even in the association of good devotees, great devotees, that means you are in the association of great devotees, nice, in the temple, lot of association is there, nice devotees are surrounded to you, and everything is favorable to devotion. But in that situation also, if you are getting the absorption in the material objects, and that absorption is disturbing your steadiness in the devotion, then you should understand that this is due to the serious offenses you committed in the past. So the Dyotaka Lingani, these are all the what? Is the indicators of this kind of absorption, is the indicator of a previously committed offenses. So ata Bhagavan Nishta Chavaka Vastwantra Abhinivesho Yatha. Example. We are going to see the example. Our great king Bharata Maharaj. So he is the son of Rishabhadev. He is also great. He is a Bhakti Avesh Avatar, Bhagavat Avesh Avatara. Rishabhadev is Bhagavad Avesh Avatar. This is like Narada is Bhakti Avesh Avatar. Like Kumara Sardi, Gnana Avesh Avatar. Like, okay, Bharata Maharaj is, we are all what kind of avatar? We are also avatar actually. No, we are all we are all Jivatma is also avatar. Avatar means what? This like in the case of Narada or the Kumaras, Jivatma will be there. That is the base material, base Jivatma, Tarasha Shakti. On that, some Gnana Shakti, if it is given to this, not complete of the Lord is having all the Shaktis. In that little portion of Gnana Shakti is given to this Jivatma. Additionally, then this is known as Gnana Shakti Avesh Avatar. Who are example? Chatushka Maharaj. Jivatma will be there, and Bhakti is also Shakti of the Lord, and that is given to this Jivatma. Then is Bhakti Shakti Avesh Avatar. Who is that? Narada Muni. Like, so Jivatma is there, and Lord is having the Bhaga. Bhaga means 6 opulences. Then that Bhaga he gives to this Jivatma, some portion. Then it is known as Bhagavad Avesh Avatar. Okay? So like this. We are all given in the ignorance. Avidya Avesh Avatar. That is also Shakti of the Lord. That is fully given to us. Avidya Shakti Avesh Avatar on the Jivas. Asankya. So anyway, so Bharata Maharaj is such a exalted devotee. He left his kingdom, even he is having lot of opulence and so much following people, everything. He left that and he went to forest just to worship the Lord. He was very steadily worshipping the Lord. All of a sudden, one day, one pregnant deer, mother deer, so because of fear of tiger, so some ferocious animal, so she jumped that when she was drinking the water in the lake, and because of that, so this baby was that means she gave birth to this baby, and the mother so left her body, and this baby is motherless, no mother. So then what happened? That baby deer, Bharat Maharaj was seeing all this and sitting on his ashram and watching this. Then he brought that baby deer, so cute, small deer, looking this. Deer eyes looks very smart, It's very beautiful actually eyes, and that too deer eyes, and also it is always so looking very cute. It's jumping, and then he started feeding her by especially leaving the worship of the Lord and trying to go to the such a place where he can get the soft green leaves and plucking and feeding to it, and so carrying that while worshipping. So that means he's keeping that deer in his lap, because if he leave that, then other tiger may come and take it away. Other any animal can eat away. That's why he keeping deer in the lap and started ringing the bell like this. That means slowly his focus on worship is gone, and because of the absorption in carrying this baby deer. Bhutadaya? Why can't we take it as a Bhutadaya? Okay, now I will open the debate actually. Tell me. Debate. It is Bhutadaya. Where Kapil Bhagwan is saying Kanishta Adhikari should have Bhutadaya. Oh. Wow. Such a nice answer. Yes. Mike.
At that time, Bharat Maharaj did not think that deer as a Udhishtan of Lord.
Even if you are worship, you are carrying the animals. So as per instructions of Srila Kapila Dev, how you should care the animals, how you should, what kind of consciousness you should have. You should have that. So this animal is Adhisthana, that means sitting place for Supreme Lord, but not the just seeing that object as the worshipable without connection to the Supreme Lord. Then that is this material that's comes under the material platform. Yeah. Oh, that is as caring. We are sending them to some other place. Go and sit there. Okay. So that's why so Bhutadaya means that is the thing actually we should understand. Otherwise, what will happen if you worship independently worshipping that object? That means that is the object for love. In that way, if you worship, if you see that object independently, without seeing the connection with the Lord, so then that is going to bind you to this material world. So that is not recommended actually. So what happened now? Because of this, there is a one sloka from the Bharata Maharaj section, 5th canto, 8th chapter, 26 sloka. Evam agatamana manoratha kula hrudayo mrugadaraka bhasena swarabdha karmana yogarambhanato vibramshitah sa yoga tapaso bhagavadaradana lakshanacha iti. Evam, so see the meaning of this. 5:8:26. Can you read translation? we are trying to see the Bhagavan Nishtha Chavaka Vasuntra Abhinivesha for this. This is given.
Sukadev Goswami continued, "My dear king, in this way, Bharat Maharaja was overwhelmed by an uncontrollable desire, which was manifest in the form of the deer. Due to the fruitive activities of his past deeds, he fell down from mystic yoga, austerity, and worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If it were not due to his past fruitive activity, how could he have been attracted to the deer after giving up the association of his own son and family, considering them stumbling blocks on the path of spiritual life? How could he show such uncontrollable..."
Translation.
Yes, bro.
My God.
So it's little lengthy, bro.
Yeah.
How could he show such uncontrollable affection for a deer? This was definitely due to his past karma. The king was so engrossed in petting and maintaining the deer that
Put a translation. Translation. Okay.
the king was so engrossed in petting and maintaining the deer that he fell down from his spiritual activities. In due course of time, insurmountable death, which is compared to a venomous snake that enters the hole created by a mouse, situated itself before him.
This is translation. Achha. Big verse, huh? Okay. Anyway, what this verse essentially is saying, we can see now. I hope you all heard the translation. So you see, evam aghatamana mano rathakula hrudayaha. So Bharatamara is having this such a heart which is filled with the desires which cannot be fulfilled. His heart is filled with the aghatamana manoratha akula. So his heart is afflicted, otherwise is by the desires which are not fulfilled. Aghatamana means which didn't. His heart is afflicted with the unfulfilled desires. Evam aghatamana manoratha kula hrudayaha mrugad mrugadaraka bhasena what swa arabdha karmana yogarambhanatah vibramshitaha. So what happened? That Prahlad Maharaj, that Bharat Maharaj, so because of his karma, swa arabdha karma, because of his arabdha karma means it's gained by himself. So he himself gained that karma or earned that karma. He himself earned that karma. Because of that karma, yoga rambhanatah vibramshitah. He was deviated from the activity of practicing yoga. Because of what? Main crucial point here you should understand that swa arabdha karmana yoga rambhanatah vibramshitah. Vibramshitah means he was deviated. So by what? By the karma, by his own karma. From where he was deviated, or from where he was made to fall from the activity of practicing yoga. Yoga rambhanatah vibramshitah. By what? Swa arabdha karmana. Sah yoga tapasah bhagavaradhana lakshanacha iti. So here the main point you understood, due to his previous karma, because of his prarabdha karma, swarabdha karma, so he left his bhakti, worshipping of the Lord. That is the thing, na? Bhagavan Nishta Chavak Vastantra Abhinivesha. He got the Agatamana Manoradha means he got the desire to serve this deer's baby deer. He got this kind of desire, and that is not fulfilled completely. Whole day and night, he is having the interest of. He was having the interest of just to serve this deer. Then that's why. So that is unfulfilled actually, and that kind of heart he was having, and that's why why he got that attraction actually. Why he got that attraction? That means Vastvantra Abhinivesha happened, and that's why he left his steadiness in the yoga. Yoga means here bhakti yoga. He lost his steadiness in this kind of desire. Why? Swarabdha karmana. Because of prarabdha karma. What is this prarabdha karma? Karma, due to karma also one will be deviated from the path of practicing devotion. What is this? What the meaning we should understand here karma means? That is said by the Srila Jiva Goswami there. Tatra evam chintyam. Tatra evam chintyam. You should deliberate there like this. What? Bhagavad bhaktyantaraayakam samanyam prarabdha karma na bhavitum arhati durbalatvat. That means normal prarabdha karma. Sadharana prarabdha karma means samanyam prarabdha karma means normal prarabdha karma. So cannot create the obstacle in practicing of devotion. It cannot create that. Antarayakam na bhavitum arhati. It cannot become obstacle. Karma or the result of that karma, so cannot become the obstacle in the path of devotion. Normal karma cannot become obstacle in the path of devotion, because karma is weaker than the bhakti. So that's why what we say, if someone is not having the offenses towards the holy name, or not having offenses towards the Lord, or so serious offenses to the Sadham ityadi, then any karma, any just materialistic karma is, even it's millions of lifetimes you earn, it will be burned by one holy name enough. Because the Shakti of the bhakti is million times of superior than this any normal karma. But if there is offense, then what will happen? Bhakti will not be destroying those karmas unless. So he started reducing his offenses, destroying offenses by holy name. Understanding? So in the case of Bharat Maharaj, so he was getting the attraction towards the deer, and after that attraction became obstacle in his practicing of devotion. So why he got that kind of attraction all of a sudden? So the reason is his karma, we are saying. Then what you should take here, karma means that karma is not normal karma. Normal karma cannot create a obstacle in the path of bhakti. Then what? Tataha prachina aparadhatmakam eva tallabhyate indradyumna adinam iva iti. It is due to what? This is not the normal karma. Here karma is stopping means that is, what is that? Prachina aparadham. Offenses. Here karma means what you should take here? Offenses, previous offenses. So that's why Bharata Maharaj got the attraction towards the. So why? Oh, he left whole kingdom. He left everything. And he had such a steadiness in the bhakti. Such a great kingdom he left, and all of a sudden he got attraction to a small deed. What is this? He left big palace, queens, opulence, wealth, so many beautiful things. Got attraction to this. Why? This is offense. He didn't do anything in this life. If you see in the Bhagavatam, nowhere you will be seeing that he did any offense. But prachinasva arabdha karmana. So that's why, my dear, it's very dangerous. Very dangerous to get the result of. Yeah. Then what? Then what is the solution? Problem we heard very nice. Then you should understand that why we are studying this. By studying this, if it is going to happen in your life, then you should understand that you should become alert now. This is a time to become alert. And that is the advantage of studying this case studies. That's why Bhagavatam was written. Just to help us. Srila Vasudev, by seeing this Kaliga people, in future they are so dull. Mandaha sumanda matayo manda bhagya padrita. That's why he compiled this. Yes, Prabhu Ramcharan Prabhu.
So Hare Krishna Guru. So yeah, here it's not mentioned what kind of offense was there, and also like we don't know, like it's just saying some kind of offense. But even though he done previously a very strong bhakti, and I heard that he was on a very high platform of bhava bhakti. So still the offenses can act, and why the offenses will not removed by the bhakti at that time? Like, is it like what like it gives a like information like offenses is very hard to remove then.
Yeah. So some offenses in the bhava stage also get destroyed. Even some offenses, they will be destroyed at the stage of premankuram also. Yes. We'll be studying in the Madhuri Kadamani, those things will be coming. There we'll understand.
Okay.
So anarthas are 4 types. So sukrutotta, dushkrutotta. So bhaktyotta, and finally aparadotta anartha. That is going to remain. I'm not exactly remembering now immediately, but so purification happens even at the stage of premankara. We are seeing in the case of Narada Muni. Next sloka is coming in the next section. Avipakka kashayanam durdasho avipakva kashayanam durdashoham kuyoginam. He got premankuram and still there is kashaya. So Tataha prachina aparadatmakam. I will take another 10 minutes, 7 minutes. Sorry, changing the time, but just because there is a connection actually in that sloka and this, that anuccheda, this, so that connection at one time it should go actually. So example also is given in Indradyumna case also. Indradyumna adhinam. We are seeing they committed offenses in the previous life, then he became Gajendra in the next life. Okay. Next 158th anuccheda. Kechittu sadharanasyaiva prarabdhasya You should understand every anuccheda is having some philosophical aspect actually, devotional philosophy that has to be grasped actually. So, and we should always remember these as a sutras. Every anuccheda is having the sutra sthaniyam vakyam. That is a sutra actually. That point we should remember. That's why Srila Jiva Goswami writes sandrabhas in such a nice manner. So he will be explaining the sutras. That is known as sutra vakyam. That is the starting line. And based on that, he is to explain that sutra vakyam. So he is writing the Vishaya vakyam, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, now केचित्तु साधारणस्यैव प्रारब्धस्य तादृशेषु भक्तेषु प्राबल्यं तद् उत्कण्ठवर्धनार्थं स्वयं भगवता एव क्रियते इति मन्यन्ते. Jiva Goswami gave his opinion on the Bharat Maharaj. Then after that, he is giving the opinion of others. Kechittu means some people also they think like this. In the case of Bharat Maharaj, what they think? They say that prarabdasya sadharanasyaiva prarabdasya. They say that Bharat Maharaj was deviated from his steadiness in doing bhakti by the karma. We said that karma is, they say, others they say it is due to normal karma only. It is normal karma only. Sadharanasyaiva prarabdasya tadrisheshu bhakteshu prabhalyam. That means that normal karma is prabhalyam. Prabhalyam means is made strong. That normal karma is made strong, strengthened, otherwise you can say, or intensified. Sudra means, so prabhalya means is intensified. That karma is intensified. Normal karma is intensified by the Lord. Instead of destroying, he made it strong, that karma. Why? What is the reason? Tad utkantha vardhanartham. Tad utkantha vardhanartham means, so because of this increased or this strengthened karma, they will be delayed in the process of devotion. They will be delayed in the getting the final result, that is Krishna Prema. So that means their bhakti, that means their bhakti will be, then that person, what will be doing? Utkanthata. Utkantha vardhanam means they will be excited actually. Then that devotee will be so having the increased hankering actually. Hankering for Krishna. So their hankering for Krishna will be increased. So who is doing this? That karma, that normal karma is strengthened. By whom? Is intensified. That normal karma is intensified by whom? Swayam Bhagavata eva, by the Lord himself. This is also philosophy. You should accept. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives on that episode. This logic he gives. So that's why one episode can be analyzed or can be understood in many ways. So you should not, that means if philosophical framework is having, it is like it is a circle. In that philosophical framework, in the Achintya Veda in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta, so that is one framework is there. In that framework, without breaking any rules, so you can make any kind of gymnastics. You can take any episode of the Srimad Bhagavatam and from the beginning to ending, without breaking any philosophical axioms, without going outside to the philosophical circle. So you can give the explanation. That we are seeing in the case of several places. We are seeing the difference between this Srila Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. For example, is Kumaras. So Kumaras, that going to Vaikuntha at that time. So Kumaras cursed Jaya Vijaya. Srila Jiva Goswami is saying that this is not offense by the Satish Kumaras, it is just aparadha bhasa, is a semblance of offense, because Lord himself wanted to have a fight with the so strong companion he needs for that strong company. So best is Jaya Vijaya is the best, and let me send. For that, this whole incident happened. So that's why there is no fault is there in Kumaras. So that's why it is whatever curse is given by the Kumaras is aparadha bhasa, is treated by him like this. But if you go to so same episode, if you take and if you see the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, then he is saying that. So this is offense towards the Vaishnavas. He interpreted like that. So, and then this is the thing he wanted. So then all the slokas also will be aligned in that way. Also. Aligned in that way. And also next also is aligned like that way. We'll be seeing that that's why some difference in the commentary. But both are correct actually. Both explanations are correct, because they are not going outside to the boundary of our Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Achintya Veda Veda. The same way here, that's why Kechittu Sadharanasya, because of the Lord's own will, so that normal karma is intensified, and so that this Bharata Maharaj is made to wait. That means, and then his hankering for Krishna is increased. Iti manyante. Okay. Sacha varnita mrugadeham praptasya tasya. This is we are seeing in the case of when he was in the deer body. So he was not at all enjoying anything in that body. He was not at all mixing with the other deers. He was not participating in other activities like playing and going here and there. No. He is sitting in simply in the one corner of what is the whose ashram that is? That ashram. That Muni's ashram. Bharata Maharaj in the form of deer, he was sitting in the one corner of that ashram, and he is just waiting for when this body will be out, when he will be leaving this body. So like that. That you can see in that body the Bharata Maharaj, the hankering for worshipping the Lord, and so for doing the bhakti. Okay. So this remaining thing we can see tomorrow, because this is the point I should connect it. Otherwise, I think. Okay. Thank you very much. So any questions?
Krishna Puja. Puja, is faith and offense goes parallelly? That
Elephant? Huh?
faith and offense.
Oh, elephant or
no faithful?
faith?
Viswas.
Why elephant ke sharan nahi am thinking. Faith and offenses.
Offense goes parallelly when you said that even in a stage of prema, many offenses are got clarified. So in prema stage also one can commit
Prema
offense.
Ankur, yeah. That means they can have the previous offenses. Yes. Previously created offenses will be there. And there is a chance to get, that means there is a chance to see, that means there is a possibility of delay in the result actually. That's Krishna Prem because of that. That's process. If you see the process, purification process happens till that stage. You should understand that. That's the point. So we should be careful all the time. We should be careful.
And in reverse way, one can even commit offense in prema stage also. If
Committing offenses, so that will be going actually even early. So they don't commit offenses. They don't commit. So previously there will be that they will be going. Okay, Mataji. Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Prabhuji, we were talking about Kutilata before this, Prabhuji, Ashraddha.
Yes.
So Of course, that is a offense. Because of offense, there is that anartha of kutilata. If a devotee hears about about the kutilata of another person, is that also an offense? Will that obstruct his own bhakti? Like someone who's someone who may be in a high position but who's not properly practicing. If you happen to hear that, does that affect your own bhakti?
So Krishna already said, na apiche sudaracharo bhajate mam ananya bhakt. That means if he's doing the steady devotion, but he's having some kind of duracharata, but that should be overseen. So he should be considered as sadhu. That is the condition is given for us. If it is fitting your condition, your case in that, then you should consider him as sadhu and no need to offend him. Okay.
No, not offending, but if you hear, that was the question. If someone is telling you and if you hear that, is that also an offense?
Hearing of in what way? That means I'm not getting clearly. That means kutilata means like Duryodhan. Kutilata case is Duryodhan's case.
Like that only. So, but contemporary, some contemporary devotee.
But kutilata, they don't do devotion, Mataji. We already read. So whoever is having kutilata, they don't have.
Prabhuji, externally they are still performing worship.
The bhakti anuvritti we studied there. In the case of kutilata, they will not be having the continuous devotion. If that is the condition, should be satisfied to decide someone is kutila. It is there in that case.
I mean, if the person is a sannyasi and he's, you're not in contact continuously all the time, but I mean, it actually, this was not my personal question, someone asked me to ask you, so I asked you. But the other day when you answered my question, I just got the point that these points should be seen to improve our own bhakti, not to judge another person. That's the message I personally got the other day, when I asked you.
But, we will be doing mistake, Mataji. Definitely we'll try to apply this one for others to judge. So unless we are not given the responsibility of that, so there is a great chance of some misunderstanding and that create the another offense for us.
Actually, in this particular case, it is a guru, Prabhuji, a guru who exploited the disciple. Like the disciple is a lady.
So that is okay. That's some material attraction he got towards that. So that is not kutilata actually.
Oh, so that's not.
That is not kutilata. Kutilata means it's clearly, it is case also we discussed, that's Duryodhan, and they cannot do devotion. And they were not at all having any, that means, having any kind of the love or for the devotion or the devotees or the guru or otherwise Lord. That we have to see. And that should be completely superficial. Then only
more than one person, not just one disciple. More than one person. Several people.
Yeah, it's he might be having such a material attraction. Then it is vastvantra abhinivesha. Otherwise, it comes under this, because he is having the faith and devotion, and then you cannot say it is kutilata. Actually, kutilata is just
Okay, so it is not kutilata. And if you hear about someone like that, then our bhakti will be affected.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because they are practicing seriously. Apisya Sudarachara case will come to them. Maybe, because if you see the case of bhakti anuvritti, in the kutilata people's case, bhakti anuvritti will not be there. They will not be continuing the bhakti. That is a condition we saw in the Parasara statement and also from the Brahma Samhita. They will not.
how we will know if they're continuing or not? Externally wearing a devotee dress, does it mean that they're continuing?
Yeah, that's why I also told actually. It's very difficult to judge the others, and they
Right,
might be seriously, and we might be thinking it is just superficially they are doing. Then
right,
problem will come.
right, right. Yeah, I got the point, Prabhuji.
How
It's
can
better.
they are
Yeah.
doing only superficially and not doing seriously? So then we'll be in a big problem actually.
But also, will it not be an offense to kind of neglect, because the person who's exploited is also a devotee? So then is it not an offense on our part to just be silent and say that, well, this person apichet sudaracharo, we should treat this person as a sadhu, whereas another devotee's life is being spoiled and we just stand silent? Is that not an offense, standing silent?
But if you are given with that right to handle this case, and then you have to also go scrutinizingly and by examining the various proofs to conclude your opinion. You have to see, investigate his past, and you have to go and dig in his history and find the reality. Then only you can come to this.
Yeah, found the reality found.
Yeah, when reality found, and you are also authority of that, because
No, I'm not authority. I'm just another devotee
uh,
of the person who was exploited.
yeah,
I'm just another devotee. That's all. I mean, I didn't take any action personally. I didn't take,
yeah,
because, yeah, I didn't take. But if I hear that, then is that an offense on my part? That was the question. And also this about, when you see one devotee being exploited, if you just sit silent thinking that, oh, that is an exalted devotee, I shouldn't say anything and I'm not an authority. But do I have a responsibility towards this not so advanced devotee who's being exploited?
mm, yeah. So being a just colleague, that is a co-devotee. So
Mm.
how we should react? Actually, you're asking this. Then we have to make it very formal. Actually, Mataji. Actually, we should try to follow the system. Actually, instead of becoming emotional, so we should help the devotee in a systematic way. So by approaching the respective corresponding authorities, and so that pushing this in the right channel, and like that, if you make to have to get her to get the proper judgment, so in that way you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should not involve our personal consciousness into that and get contaminated.
yeah, yeah. Actually, that's what I did. I actually went through authority and I personally stepped out of it. I did not have personal interaction with the
Yeah,
person. But yeah,
you should
yeah,
help
yes,
in that way actually, so that she should get the judgment clearly. Yeah, and that can be done.
yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.